A great Easter weekend, and hope everybody's Monday went pretty good. I'm cooking dinner right now, so I'm gonna be on and off a little bit here while I'm cooking dinner. I figured I'd go live for a bit, kind of see how everybody's doing. See if any thing interesting has been going on and whatnot. I've had some decent weather. Today was really nice, honestly. Today I didn't get anything done, but hey, Casey, how you doing? Got a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, I think everybody's always got some catching up to do. I know I got a lot of things I need to catch up on. The conventions will be here before we know it. I think the first one we're going to is in June. It's in Kansas. So right now I'm cooking dinner, so I'm going to be back and forth while I'm doing that. My wife is at a women's Bible study tonight, so she'll probably be home by 8:30 or so. It's going pretty good, Tanya. How are you? Did you have a pretty good weekend? Pretty good Easter weekend? Gas prices fixed by it? I don't know. Our gas went down about 25 cents, and then yesterday we went to the store and it went back up 20 cents again. So for like 2 weeks it was kept going down, down. I started to get excited, and then all of a sudden it shot right back up to where it was. So, but I read a article yesterday, I think it was. Joe Biden signed a bill to where the land that is rented or leased by the oil drilling companies, the federal land, they're going to start charging the oil companies more money to lease the land. So that just means oil is going to go up again, which means gas is going to go up again. That's good, Tanya. We had some pretty decent weather. We had some sprinkles here and there, but other than that, we had good weather. Hey, Billingsley, how you doing today? Or this evening, I guess. It's 7 o'clock now. But yeah, our gas prices went down, and I got excited, and then they shot right back up. So that's the way it is. They went down 20 cents in 2 weeks, about 3 cents at a time, and then all of a sudden they went up 20 cents. Overnight. Alright, Coffee Outdoors, I appreciate you stopping in. Politicians are lining their pockets with high gas prices. They're lining their pockets with everything. Keep raising taxes and everything else. It's getting ridiculous, to be honest with you. Hey, Trap in Louisiana, how you doing? Yeah, it happens. I've been busy too. I mean, it's just one of those things. I tried to get on a little earlier tonight, which it's been about 9:30, 10 o'clock till I've been able to get to my live. So I was gonna go live about 5:30, but then I got busy doing stuff, and you know how it is. Appreciate everybody coming in here tonight. Everybody have a good weekend. I think about all beaver seasons and everything are over now. I think there might be a few states that go to the end of the month, and then there's a few that are year round, but not too many. I know Minnesota is just kind of getting started on their beaver trapping. That'll work this weekend. That's no fun. Work's never fun. Unless you do what you like. Then it's a little bit fun. Yeah, that's what I said. I think 330 Maniac just started trapping beaver like 2, 3 days ago. Turkey season comes in Indiana April 27th. That's awesome. Yeah, I think into April's when a lot of people go. I know there's already been a ton of turkeys killed in different states. Hmm. That's awesome, HJ. At least you got some things accomplished. We had a bunch of family things going on with Easter. We was gone all day Friday, all day Saturday, and all day yesterday. Had to get Easter trappings over unless it's licensed nuisance trapping. Yeah. So that's how it was here. All of our trapping ended January 31st, except for water trapping, which went until I want to say March 31st. I want to say March 31st, I believe. But next year I'll be able to trap coyotes and everything else until the end of February, so that's exciting. I gotta get ready for conventions. They're gonna be here before we know it, I think. There's a couple next month, but I don't think I'm gonna go to any of them. I think the first one I'll probably go to is the FTA in Kansas. Truck season, I'll spend time getting into truck season. Sounds like a plan. Has anybody been finding very many morel mushrooms yet? We've got a lot of people here in my county. I know that's already found quite a few. My brother found, I don't know, about 8 or 10 of them yesterday at my mom's house. I didn't feel good yesterday at all. I was super exhausted. Found your first four. That's awesome. FDA's your first one, yeah. Yeah, there's one next month in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and one in Texas, but I don't know if I want to go that far for just a small show. You know what I mean? Very hard to come by here, yeah. We get a lot of morel mushrooms here. It's just our weather changes so fast. It's crazy. You know, they'll pop up real good one day, and then the next 3 days you won't find any. So you really gotta have time on that one day that it's good. Some warm weather, yeah. So today was a nice day, but it was a little cool. But I think here, well, they're talking about freeze warnings and stuff here tonight. So, hey, Scab, how you doing? Pick motion by the end of the week, yeah. They're talking about we have a freeze warning and frost warning tonight, so that'll definitely kill them all. But I know quite a few people that found some last week. So I'm cooking dinner right now, so I'm probably gonna be back and forth quite a bit, making some taco salads. I got my chicken cooking in the pot over there. So yeah, our wind has calmed down a lot. We had about 2 weeks we had some crazy wind, but it's finally calmed down. Just got home a little bit. Fun. Hey, Internet Vet, how you doing? Boxy got his package today. Just to let you know. What was you doing, Scab? Yeah, it's awesome. First thing he did was he said, "Is this for personal use or to give away?" I was like, "It's for you. It's for you to use, play with, tinker with. It's yours." He's like, "Okay." He's always wanting to give everything away. Ran to Hobby Lobby. Was you going there to get wax? About the only thing there I could think of that would be worth going to get. For anybody that don't know, Hobby Lobby has a 10-pound brick of wax. I think it's last time I seen was like 25 bucks. Um, it's probably went up since then. I mean, I haven't bought any, and it's been a few years since I bought something there. Hey, dear Slayer, how you doing tonight? Or this evening, or whatever. Some twine for your beaver root. Awesome. Ship it down. Alright, I'm gonna go let the dogs out. Hey! Outside. Bailey, out. Move it. Out. Out. Stupid dogs. That stuff smells great. Only down my traps never have waxed them. I used to wax them. This last year I didn't wax them at all. And I don't feel like I'm going to anymore. Kind of personal preference, but I kind of seen with they're wet and there's huge need for it, so I don't think I'm going to wax them anymore. But I'm definitely going to dye them because I want to prolong the life of the metal. I'll let the dogs out? Yes, yeah, I'll let them out. Hopefully they don't come. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. Hey Jeep fam, how you doing? Cooking any interesting food tonight? I'm cooking some taco salads. I got my chicken in the pot right now, cooking. Smells amazing. Make some taco salads. I was craving taco salads the other day, so figured I'd go ahead and make some leftovers today. What did you have yesterday? G-Fam had a awesome idea. I'd probably get in trouble for it, but I had a great idea. So we went to work the other day to get gas, and we was leaving. Straight in front of the pumps, there was like 6 Jeep Wranglers that had lifts on them with some, mud-sized tires, and they had the farm jack or whatever you want to call it on the back and stuff. Told my wife, I said, I should print out some flyers for Jeep Fam and stick them in the windshield of every Jeep like that I see. Ham, turkey, pasta salads, and a bunch of other stuff. Ham and turkey. Yeah, my mom almost cooked like a Thanksgiving meal for Easter. And I was like, okay. Well, we ended up having steaks instead, so I'm not gonna complain. I like steaks. I'm not a huge steak eater, but alright. Smash that like button. I appreciate it, dear Slayer. Hillift. Hillift? Hillift. Jeep fam, I don't know what you mean by that. I speak English. But I see them, and as soon as I seen the Jeeps, that's what hit my mind. I was like, I should like have flyers for Jeep fam put in the windshield of all them cars. All them Jeeps. A Deerheart, I'm good. Is it fresh? If so, how'd you get it? High lift jack, yeah, jack. Oh, high lift, I see. I was wanting to say hill lift. I was like, what in the world? I always call it a farm jack. Things are dangerous. Somebody gave me a storage shed once. It was like a 10 by 10, 10 by 12, something like that. And we didn't have a way to pick it up. We didn't have a tractor or nothing to pick it up. So my idea was I was going to go buy 4 farm jacks, put one in each corner, and slowly lift it up, and then back a trailer under it, and then set it down on the trailer. Well, I kid you not, I had like 5 people helping me, and me and my brother-in-law, uh, he's a um, carpenter from California, and he was down helping me, and we was going through giving every jack one little pump at a time. Go to the next one little pump. And about every time we got about 8 to 12 inches off the ground, we'd put more blocks under it, so in case it fell, it was on those blocks. Well, we got to where we was about 3 inches, 2 inches from being high enough to back the trailer up underneath it. And we was going through giving each jack one little click at a time, going around. It took forever, but we had it going, and we got all the way to where we was maybe a quarter inch, and that's all we needed to be on the trailer. And at this point, we're quite a ways off the ground, and the shed's kind of rocking back and forth. I hear me and my brother-in-law were on the backside jacking it up, and I hear my father-in-law up front saying, "This cord needs to go up farther." I said, "Okay, we'll get it when we get there." He's like, "I got it." And he grabs the jack, and he just yanks down and goes like 6 clicks. Well, the shed's like this, and we're just slowly bringing up level. Well, he does that, and it goes like this, and then it just goes like this and slides and hits the corner. And all walls cracked, the roof shifted on the shed, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Like, let's get out of here. We'd been there for like 5 hours trying to get the shed, and I was like, I'm done. Let's go. Well, my brother-in-law, my other brother-in-law that was there, he ended up wanting the shed. He said that he'll take it home and fix it. So we ended up just pretty much taking hammers to it and knocking all the walls down and putting it on the trailer and taking it over there, and he put it together like a jigsaw puzzle pretty much. So it was crazy. It says you made a new intro. That's awesome. I just figured out this morning how to make awesome thumbnails. So I'll be working on that for my videos coming up. With the Jeep over there. I think I remember you saying that. Hey PA, how you doing? Thanks for coming in here tonight. Yeah, I know a guy that was using a farm jack. There was a barn, and they was trying to lift the barn up, put some blocks under it because it was kind of shifting. This guy, he wasn't, he went to my church back in the day. He was like my grandpa pretty much. And they were jacking the shed up, and he was going to put blocks under it. And he's jacking it up, and we're slowly putting blocks under it to see how we need it. Next thing we know, we hear this loud pop, and we look over. Well, the jack was like this, and here's the tooth or whatever you want to call it that the shed was sitting on. Well, it gets up about a third of the way up. Well, it starts going like this, and he hits it one more pump, and it goes like that, and the jack just comes out from under the shed, throws that farm jack right into his shin. And I tell you what, it put a dent in his shin. Hey, Judith and Dan, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in here tonight and chatting with us. Like I said, I'm cooking dinner right now, so I'm going to be back and forth. I'm going to go check the chicken. I'll be right back. felt great. Judith and Dan, are you working any nuisance beaver jobs right now? Or nutria jobs? I know it's our weather this spring so far has been crazy. We've already had a ton of rain. I mean, a ton. I'm not gonna guess how much, but I'd say we probably had at least 10, 12 inches at least so far. Um, Saturday morning, probably about 5:36. We got about, I'd say, an inch of rain in like 15 minutes. I mean, it was ridiculous. It probably won't even, it was probably like 10 minutes. I mean, it was like that. So I told everybody, because everybody I talked to, they're like, I was still sleeping at that time. I'm like, well, it was crazy. I said, it was like a day's worth of rain at one time. I mean, it was like thundering and lightning hard. You could feel the floor in the house shaking. It was crazy. Some game cameras out today. No beaver calls lately. That ain't good. Not getting cameras out's good, but no calls. That ain't good. So I'm still trying to get some nuisance jobs, but I know it's hard. You know, I'm just trying to start out, so I'm getting a lot of like I said, it's either the nuisance trappers around here that think I'm trying to take their business from them, or it's people against trapping that just want to tell me that I should die, pretty much. No rain, just snow. 3 inches of snow today. That's crazy. We had some snow flurries, I think, the beginning of last week. That was it. I mean, it wasn't enough to stick at all. And it was a little too warm for it. I think we were in the mid to high 30s. So it was too warm for it to stick. But hey, Arkansas Trapper, how you doing tonight? Thanks for coming in and chatting with us tonight. It's your ex. Fun. Well, if it's your ex, I hope you get in there and get them all out real quick. Yeah, coffee. Yeah, I'm ready for November too. November 15th. Uh, it'll probably be like this last season, November 14th. I won't sleep much that night. I'll have everything ready and in my truck. I planned to have it like that this year, but I didn't have everything quite ready, so I had to wake up and get a few things ready. I had to mix some coon bait up to take, and I didn't get any of my traps and stuff loaded, so I had to do that. These people are your favorite. Yeah, I love them. I'm telling you, I love them when they just say, "That's cruel. You and your family should die." I'm like, thanks for the words of encouragement. Hope you have a nice day. I do it to mostly get good relationships and get kids for next season. Yeah, I understand that. A few days of sunshine here before the more storms. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't get too many more storms. I don't mind them. I hate getting them like every day or every other day, because then it's just so muddy and stuff outside. You can't do nothing. Yeah, definitely like, because I'm gonna have a lot. You know, at least a whole nother month to trap next season. I want to find me some more land to trap. Although I was talking to my brother. My brother is good friends with. Me and my brother are good friends with the guy that owned that last property that I trapped on. Well, he's like the manager of the land. He don't really own it. He's like the manager. But I did find out that there's like another 200 acres of the property that I didn't even know was part of the property, because there's a fence line that goes like the same spot all the way through the farm. I just figured that was, the property line. My brother's like, "Have you set any down bottom?" I was like, "Yeah, I set up to that fence." He's like, "No, the other side where the creek is." I was like, "No." I said, "Is that part of Jeff's?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I didn't know that." He's like, "Yeah, there's like another 200 acres over there." I said, "Well, if I'd have known that," I said, "I could have, another 40, 50 sets out." I was like, "Man, I wish I'd have known that." I haven't got the box back here yet. Get that package back. Did you lose a package? Waiting since about 11 last night here. Finally stopped on 6 Yeah, yeah. That's one good thing I'm glad Scabs. So far, the rains we've had have cooled it down and it's not gotten super hot. So, the one that I was worried about was Saturday, the rain we got. I figured it'd get sunny and hot and be super humid, but it didn't. I think the highest it got that day was like 50, 51, so it wasn't that bad. Got a keyring dedicated to him. That's awesome. Nor any stupid comments on our trapping videos. Yeah, I tell him thank you. Have a nice day. Get your nuisance license. Getting the license from what I hear is pretty easy. I mean, don't tell anybody I said it, but pretty much everybody I've heard of that lives in states where you have to take a course or a test to get your license, they say that the wardens and stuff will basically give you the answers for it because they want the nuisance trappers, and they said they'll pretty much just tell you the answers. Excited for the NTA, yeah. I'm excited for it too. It's gonna be a long weekend, but it's gonna be a great one. Week and weekend, I guess, because we'll be there Wednesday. So definitely spend most of my time Tuesday sleeping, more than likely. Depends on how the conventions work out. Because I know there is conventions in August. I don't know which ones or how many we'll go to, but that's kind of what wore us out last year. Like in September and October, we had three conventions back to back to back on weekends. So, like when we went to Nebraska, we got home uh, Monday night and had to leave Wednesday for the next convention. So it's crazy. You have no one else around you that'll work for the nuisance shopping no more. That's awesome, Marsha. I mean, it's awesome for you, but not really because there's a lot of nuisance animals out there that need, help taken care of. NPA in here, yeah. And then you have property in 4 counties. That's awesome. Warden set the test in front of me, put the answer sheet next to it, and said, don't get them all right. I thought, yeah. I understand that. I was talking to a guy in Iowa, and he said that one of the questions on the test was not, the answer to the question was not correct. And he said that he told the game warden, and the game warden agreed with him, but you still had to pick this answer that he said was not correct. There's something about beaver dams. I can't remember what it was, but he said the answer that they tell you is right is not right. And we'll be there around the same time. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll probably be leaving. I don't know how early, but it'd be Monday morning. USPS lady said not to personal. Yeah, sometimes packages to the, well, really any of them can take a while. Just because they say 2 or 3 days doesn't mean it's going to be 2 or 3 days. It might be 14 days. It might be 20 days. I mean, I've had packages where, 3 weeks went by, they never got it. So I didn't send a new package out, and they'll end up getting both of the packages in the same day. And it's like, really? You don't plan on going to any conventions this year? I don't know how many we'll get to go to. There's at least one, two, One, two, three, four. There's at least four that I really want to go to, and possibly two more other than those four. But I don't know how many we go to. Yeah, we gotta go to relief in 2 days. Take class. That sucks, Cam. Can't keep up. That's not good. You need to take somebody by the hand and train them. Say, here you go. This is what you're gonna do. We're gonna teach you how to trap. Find you a local kid or something, a little teenager, and teach them. PA, that's one of those. It's kind of just however you want to do it. There's lots of ways to do bait. Like I said, the glycerin really just depends on how the consistency you want. I mean, your glycerin is really your antifreeze for the bait and stuff, but you can also use it to thin your bait out if you want it thicker or not. So, I mean, it's kind of a personal preference. You're done using post office if I can. I use both. I use post office and UPS. On the 6 shows this year. Yeah, let's say I'm not. There's like six at least that I would like to go to, but I don't know how many I'm gonna get to go to. How you doing, Boxy? Boxy, have you stuck your hand in that trap yet? Had an issue with the mail today. It happens. Arkansas Trapper, yeah, there's going to be two shows in Arkansas. There's one going to be in Hot Springs next month. There's a show in Hot Springs next month, and then August, I believe. Don't quote me, but I believe there's another one in August. It's a one-day show. That hits closer to Little Rock, I believe. Maybe not. I don't know. I think it was like 2.5 hours from us, and we're right on the Northwest Arkansas line. Jeep fan. They're awesome to look at, but that's about it. I need to do that on purpose. Happen soon enough. Yeah, it'll happen. It always happens. Yeah, and say Arkansas Trapper in September, August. Yeah, in September, the Missouri convention is going to be by Joplin, Missouri. I don't know how far that'll be from you, but should have enough to make enough freeze, but adding water to help stir it up more. Sounds awesome, PA. Beast of a trap, Fredo Jr. Yeah, I mean, it's a modified four-coil trap. And it's a number 3, so. Scam. Internet vet guy, you put your hand in it. Put your hand in that 850. You can make it work again. I mean, it works, but they're not really designed to work. It's not really a one-person job on setting those things. If you get a C-clamp, one of those metal clamps, that's how a lot of people set those bear traps. You can use your feet, but I mean that takes a lot of effort and skill, I guess you could say. Definitely not something you're going to be able to just do at one time. Could I order half a dozen of these? Deer Slayer, right now I only have the dozen counts right now. I'm hoping to be able to order a bunch in and be able to sell them like that. But if you can get a hold of me through Facebook, email, or whatever, The Duke traps and anything over $100 is free shipping, and I can get you a lot better deal if you like email me, message me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anything like that. The number two dogless I can do 125 a dozen shipped. That may actually be close enough to check. Yeah, Arkansas trap. I know the Missouri one. Me and Billingsley will be there. Scam. If I had one, I would. I'd do it. I ain't scared. What's worse it's gonna do? Break my hand. It ain't gonna break my hand. Unless I put my hand in there wrong, maybe. I don't know. Just use a C-clamp, something. Yeah, that's nuts. A lot of people set them once and then weld them shut and then hang them on the wall. Or weld them open, I guess you could say. That particular trap is being. Yeah, the number two dogless modified bridger is. I have a bunch of them. I don't much care for them. I'm definitely going to be selling them or trading them for something else because they're too rough setting. If that makes sense. I'm about going to put some caster and fire ups. Sounds awesome, PA. Say, I mean, just whenever you do, be sure to write it all down. So if you want to make it again, you know exactly what you put in there. Getting a dozen of those. Ratchet straps around the springs, around the tree. I ain't seen that one yet. North College, just outside the city limits. Staying, I thought as well. Boxing. Can you use the number three Bridgers in Pennsylvania? I think you said there's was it 6.5 restriction is what you said? The only thing I don't like about the number Bridgers. Yeah, I love the dogless traps and I like the Bridgers. But the last ones that I got for my own personal use was they came four coiled, but the extra two coils put too much I don't want to say torque or tweak on the trap, and you couldn't get the levers to go around the eye of the jaws. So I had to take the front two coils off. Well, now you can set the levers to where they will go over the eyes to set, but you have to like push down and then push forwards and then bring them down. Like I don't know, they're not very smooth to set. It's like they got in a rush to put them together or something. I don't know. That's good for visiting. But I've heard of a few people having the same problems with the number two Bridgers. Max allowance using them. Three Bridgers for Beaver. That's awesome, Boxing. Hey, Otter Cat, how you doing? Having a good evening? Yeah, I have a couple of the Bridger number threes, dogless, and they definitely set a whole lot better than the number twos do. Oh, my lid's got a bunch of casts blended up, so. Sounds awesome, PA. Some species are very hard to stop, preserve, yeah. Deer Slayer, the Duke number twos are not laminated. They're four coiled, but you can buy. I'm about 98% sure you can buy the Bridger laminates, and they will fit right on it. And they're not. The laminates are super cheap, and you just tack weld them on, or have somebody do it for you. I mean, it's simple to do, really, because you don't have to weld them all the way. Just kind of put 3 or 4 tack welds on them, and they're ready to go. You can probably have somebody do it for you if you don't have a welder for cheap, couple bucks per trap maybe. Yeah, internet vets. That's what I had. I had the number two dogless, four coil modified, and yeah, they were horrible. I like couldn't set them. They were ridiculous. Yeah, Scout it would be. If you had a Pro Series dogless, it would be crazy. I mean, I would love it. The thing I do like about dogless straps is I don't never have the problem with. I don't have to worry about the dog getting bent or the uh, plate that holds the dog. I don't have to worry about it getting bent or anything like that to where I have to fix it every time I want to level the pan. Which the Duke 650s, I don't have that much of a problem with them, but to me, dogless straps is like you never have that problem, really. Do you think a trap that is non-laminated would work fine? Yeah, Drusilla, they work fine. You have to check your state laws because some states you have to have them laminated, some states you don't. I used some of the number two Duke dogless this year, and none of them were laminated. And I mean they work fine. The lamination's a little bit easier on the foot, and that's about really all you're getting out of the lamination. This would be just a little bit easier on the foot, but that's about it. Yeah, they are cheap. I mean, I was looking at the Bridgers today, and I mean they're like 148 bucks now. So they're what is that 20 to $25 more than the Dukes. Fan of the dogless as well, yeah. See, I like the dogless, but I've really become to like the Duke 650s. Uh, the Alpha Trap was really nice, but they're expensive. They're like 10 Bridger number 3, doggone traps, and my favorite trap. $2. Yeah, I have some of the Bridger number 3 doggone traps, and I think I have four of them, and I had to replace the dog on 3 of them this year because the dogs broke off. I had 2 of them that broke off when I was prepping the traps, and then I got a catch in one, and the dog broke off in the catch. I actually have a video about that one on my YouTube. 850 dogless would be a cow. That would be crazy, an 850 dogless. I mean, it's kind of like a TS85, but TS85 isn't got the cat straws. Which I've heard a lot of people say cat straws are useless when you're beaver trapping. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Hey, Derek, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in and chatting with us tonight. Hope you're having a good Monday. Yeah, boxing, it's the same problem I'm having with every one of my Bridgers. The levers won't clear the eyes of the jaws. Where the jaws come down, and they come like that, and then they got the eyes that come out. The levers won't go around that. You gotta like push down, and then push them forwards, and then down again to get them to go over. It's just crazy. Duke before the weak springs, even for cool dogs, chunk, get that every catch. That sucks. I've never used Duke number 4. I've got a Duke number 3, and I caught a calf in it. And ever since I caught that calf, I can't get it to set again. It's so tweaked. So I'll have to definitely spend some time on that number 3 to get it going again. I have setters, green. Not used any of the bigger Duke shit. The Pro Series and number 2 dogless are phenomenal traps. So I tell a lot of people on the Dukes, like the regular Duke number 2 circle jaw doggone traps, I hate them. I hate them with a passion. One of my least favorite traps out there. To me, they're you have to put so much effort into them. To me, it's like you have to push the levers past the base of the trap to get the jaws to open up and set. And I don't care for them much. There's a reason the Alpha is dogless. Yeah, there. So I said the Alpha is. It's probably my favorite trap that I've ever used, but they're just so expensive. It's crazy. I mean, 280 bucks for a coyote trap is 280 bucks for a dozen coyote traps is ridiculous. when I can get traps that are just as good for $100 less. If not 150, $200 less, you know what I mean? Not $200, but I mean, when you can get a dozen Duke number twos for $128, and then your alphas are 280. Yeah, there's a huge difference in the trap, but there's a huge difference in the price. I mean, it's crazy. You can get the Duke 650s 4 coiled for $200 a dozen. So the alphas are just very pricey. Have 4 of the bridges for Beaver, but wish they were not offset. I'm gonna use them. Okay, I'm gonna miss some Duke. Sounds like I'm playing boxing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's 4 coiled, but yeah. I don't know. I've never set a TS-85. Um, I do know a lot of people say they're a lot easier to set, but I don't know. From what I've heard, I think if I really got into beaver trapping, the TS-85 is probably the route I would go. And they're about the same price as the 850. I think they're both right around the 330 a dozen range. Hey Jamie, how you doing tonight? I seen you posted that TikTok was it today, yesterday, maybe a couple days ago. I know about the making the pepperoni pizza, working on that pizza. I think that's what you need to do is just keep working on that pizza. That's the one that's taking the longest. I mean, yeah. We use Douglas on a catch, mink, and muskrat too. Yeah, I get it. I mean, if you're going for mink and muskrat footholds, I mean, you're not gonna really be using a number 2 or number 3. And I don't think they make a 1.5 at Douglas. I don't think so. Never see a better deal than number 2. Dude, $4 It's mispriced in our favor. I love it. Yeah, say it's a great trap. 6.5 inside spread. That sucks, Cab. You got some awkward laws out there. The 6.5 spread isn't as bad as the 8-inch chain. To me, that's ridiculous. All Northwood traps were the same way. Which the bridge was made of Northwood dies. Are you saying the Northwood traps were a little rough to set? Is that what you're saying? Kind of like the Bridgers? Because I've heard a lot of people, the number 3 Bridgers are fantastic. The number 2 Douglas are a little tough. And I got some Duke Bridger 1.5s. Those are probably my favorite 1.5s I've ever used. They're awesome. Yeah, the Bridger number 3 doggone, it's worth it. 8.5 set in water. And then you have 2 dozen of them. Big bulbs for next year. That's awesome boxing. The Mighty No BS is the way to go. Yeah, I haven't got a chance to use them yet. I'm hoping too soon. I think a dozen No BS. I believe the Extremes and Extreme Juniors are the same price. I think they're right about 240 for a dozen. 230, 240 for a dozen of them. That's what I have right now. Full gold. We need setters, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, that's what a lot of people say. Even the TS-85s are easier to set than the Bridger number 5s are. Supposed to be 7.5 inside spread. The Duke Bridgers. And I'm trying to remember for us. That sucks, Cab. Yeah, the Duke number 2s are awesome traps. They're very well built, very strong. Yeah, see, here in Missouri, we don't have a foothold size regulation. Bridge number 5s, yeah. A lot of people using bridge number 5s. Yeah, well, the TS-85s are 2 coil, K9 Extremes 4 coil, so that's going to make a pretty big difference in itself. The Duke springs have all the power at the bottom of them, nothing at the top. Beaver trap, the dogfish won't go off for the light rat when he steps on it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen quite a few people catching muskrats on the TS-85. Built for the 850, kind of like MB-757. Sweet. That's not good, Jamie. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely getting a lot of comments tonight. I appreciate it, guys. MB 554 coils hard to set. Four coils, I mean, when you get a four coil trap, just it makes it tougher to set, period. Some people say it speeds the trap up. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. I don't know. I've never really timed it, but I think a four coil is going to help you have a stronger lockup. 5-4 regular control are a fucking beast of a trap. That trap hurts a lot when you get caught. Yeah. The Duke 550 and 650 is four coil as well. Say my big thing with the MB 550 and the Duke 550 is there's just a huge difference in price. I mean, I think there's if you get an MB 550 four coiled compared to a Duke 550 that is four coiled, there's like an $80 a dozen difference. Set Bridger number 5, TSC develops my leg. Yeah. Don't surprise me. You'd say Trapper J has a hard time getting the 850 set sometimes. All those videos he did, he was using his knees. Take off a pair of the four coil to make these sets so catch it all. Yeah, it's kind of what I say a lot of times with the four coil traps is to pull the front two coils off. And if when your trap starts to get a little weaker, put them back on. Number two bridges and not freezing like my dude number four did. We'll have really slow. Number two coil, in my opinion, the manufacturer's going way overboard on spring strength on the four coils. Yeah. See, me personally, I don't think there's an absolute need for the four coil. I'll say a lot of people say it makes them faster. A lot of people say it helps them bust through frozen ground better. Stuff like that. I don't know how much truth there is to all that, but I mean, it is what it is. I carry another tool with me, like being able to set my hand on full holds now, 330 no story. Axle trapper, yeah. I get it, not having to carry a bunch of tools. I get that. Shit, me trying to set the 850 on one of my last slides, 190, push it down. Scam, that's funny. Let's see if it goes away. Yeah. So I said, I think the four coil would give you a stronger lockup. But as far as being faster and all that other stuff, I don't know if there's truth to it. There could be. I'm not too sure. Bill Duke last talked to him is going to get some man. That's awesome. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. I know there's tons of people asking for the setters. Four coil auto traps. That makes sense, Billingsley. Yeah, I've never had a problem with the number two coil holding the cat or anything. The only problem I've had, big trap malfunction I had, was a cheaper trap that I had bought to try out, and there's a reason why it was cheap. You know what I mean? Chicken's about done. One sentence for 850. I know the setters for like the Bridger setters are universal for number two, number three traps, and I'm pretty sure that like the MB 650 and 750 setters would be universal to an extent for the same size trap. I would think. I've never tried it, so you know. I mean, kind of take that as you will. PA and Seafield can set it. Scam. About that may be a fun time. Yeah. Instead of a bear setting contest, have a Duke 850 setting contest. My first yoke was on a Bridger 1 2/4. 2 was new trap and Bridger strong springs and a Duke. Yeah. Yeah, PA. I'll say I've caught coyotes in a Duke 1. Was it Duke? I know it was 1.65. I've caught coyotes in those, and it held them. It held them until it didn't. You know what I mean? Instead of JC Corner, Tyler's Lighting Springs is really neat on the. Yeah. So I'll say I think the springs that Bridger has on their traps, the 4 coil springs, are a little stronger than they need to be. Caught a lot of yotes and foxes when the house were invested in the different traps. Yeah. I got some 1.5s and I make blind sets for possums and raccoons. I got 15 or 16 1.5s and I just use them for blind sets for trails on possums and raccoons. Yeah, JC 4 coils for all models. Ones for dudes. Yeah. I've heard from many people that said Duke, as far as their doggone traps, their number 3 is the best. I've heard that from many people. As far as like their original traps. Uh, I do know I have a Duke 1.5 double jaw. It's very stout. It's almost a little too stout for a 1.5, but I like my Bridgers way more than I do that. All for strong trap, not an amputator. Yeah, I get it, Billingsley. Because some of those traps are crazy. How many yotes you miss, Arkansas? Yeah, I mean, it kind of comes down to honestly just personal preference. I mean, all traps are going to catch fur, so it's really just personal preference. I don't know. I've used quite a few traps. There's way more traps that I've never used than there is that I have used, and I've used traps that I don't ever want to set again. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. There's been some interesting trap designs over the years. I have a few freaking jumps, teeth. Hard to catch, crazy. Can you use a trap? What size is a number 14, Victor? Number 14. Trying to think. Because if you base that off of number 11, would that be like a number? I don't even know. I'm not even gonna say anything because I don't know, and I'm probably sound stupid if I do. Had number 5 bite my knee this year and was sore for a while. Yeah. I'm sure Mr. Bunch still do. I have not tried the galvanized Flemings. I haven't tried any of the Fleming traps. I've heard that they make alright dog-proof traps, but I've never used any of them. I know PCS Outdoors makes makes an aluminum dog-proof trap. Two main theories, drop springs. Number one, starting power. And the line unlock control. Number two, stronger on the top and down. Yeah. We got Yotes here, 56 pounds. I'd rather have 4 coil original. Yeah, 2 coil, just one thing. Yeah. Giuseppe, yeah, I mean, that's if that's what you prefer, use it. Um, I mean, there's really no right or wrong trap. If you like using a 1 3/4 on coyotes, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Some people like using a number 3 or 650 or whatever. I mean, if that's what you like to use it. You know what I mean? Canine Extreme 4 coils rough on the finger. Yeah. The Duke 650 is rough on the knuckles. 8 inches. Nice. Bigger's better. Never do it now, but it can be done. Got a bit on the meaty edge of my hand, but yeah. Say I'm liking the number 3 size trap because you got a little bit, you got a bigger pan, more of, as people call it, kill area. But number two's fine. Uh, 1 3/4 fine. Just your opinion, honestly. I do know a lot of people when it starts freezing, they like to use smaller traps because they can use less wax dirt. So just like the 175 and number two, if they get a long one, carry more less wax dirt. That's true, PA. Catch it down, cannot extreme share, and he'd get it as a crazy release. That's crazy. Tons Red Fox. PCS Featherlight is cast aluminum, same as Featherlight. I don't know. So I've just kind of seen them on the online. I've never really seen them. Robert Gilbert and Travis Time catches 100 geodes in the Duke. That's a fine. Yeah, just said. I mean, it's whatever you want to use. There's no right or wrong answer. I mean, that's what I said. You know, here in Missouri, technically I could go trap coyote with a TS-85 if I wanted. I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just saying if I wanted to, I could. I get it, Billingsley. That's the Duke 850. It's not too much to set, but I mean, compared to some of my other traps, it's a little takes a little bit more work. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Trapper J to do it, but I don't know if he will. I mean, it's one of those things that you probably it'd be an interesting experiment, but it's one of those ones like Trapper J with the following he has. If he did a video about it, he would get so many comments on not even non-trappers. He'd get comments by trappers saying how wrong he is and this and that because that's just the way people are. There's so many people that sit and wait for somebody to do something different than them so they can tell them how wrong and stupid they are. Especially on social media. I mean, it's crazy. Probably get a chew off if it snaps its leg. I think it won't snap its leg. I think the biggest problem you would have is it would close like up by its elbow. JC Connor Jake get me across the meat of my palm. Stone, yeah. I've been caught right there by the thumb. That one was interesting. What's the best trapping bait? Scab, honestly, I think the best trapping bait is one that comes in a jar. Don't think it would unless it was a really small one. Yeah. I don't know because I mean even on the 650s, I mean, they get up to about right there. Like the number twos, they get just above the pad. The 650s, they get up here. So I'm thinking the TS85 would probably be, up kind of high. You know what I mean? Use number three, number four double long springs with bands for cats and loving. Yeah, I know a lot of people that use the double long springs for cats, and I know a few people that still use the old jump traps for cats. Uh, see, I've used double long springs, and I'm just not a huge fan of them. Like, I know a lot of people like them, and they definitely got their um, uh, good stuff about them, I guess you'd say. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just not me. I mean, I have just some smaller, like number ones and stuff that I use for raccoons, and I have a hard time with those getting them to set, level on the ground without wanting to, rock. All of a sudden, TSA files 4 core digital file. Judith and Dan, that sucks. Hey Asher, how you doing? It's this weekend. I know I'll probably have a couple friends there, but I won't be making it. I appreciate you coming on here tonight. If you guys haven't subscribed to Asher Bros Outdoors, go subscribe to him. Uh, Scab, if you wouldn't mind, could you get the Asher Bros link and post it up here? He's got a really good channel that's definitely worth watching and following along. He's in Texas. Bridger number 3 Douglas with expanded pans. I've heard of people using expanded pans. I know Clint Locklear uses them for his cats. I've never used them. I've heard good and bad things about them. I've heard people say that it makes a huge kill area, which is awesome, and I've heard people say that it causes them to have a lot of toenail catches because they can step right beside the uh, lever or spring or whatever, and it'll set it off and just catch a toe or something. So I don't know. I've heard good and positive things about it. I think it's another one of those things that's kind of a personal preference, whatever you want to use. Level double long springs, they bed so easy and solid. See, the only ones I've ever used are the little ones. I've never used like a number 3 or 4 or 5 or anything like that. So, one of these days I might get one or so and try it. I appreciate that, Scam. Boost your watch hours stuff. Yeah, I appreciate it, Asher. You ended up having a pretty good season. You caught 2 badgers, didn't you, this year? 2 badgers? Dealt with ice last 2 seasons, and I've learned that the number 2 birds are full cool. One of my which are upset. It's awesome, PA. Say, if that's what you're having success with, use them, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's awesome, Internet Vet. Asher Bros was the first YouTube channel or anything like that that I sponsored. I don't know if he knows that or not, but he was the first person that I sponsored. Way before I knew Trapper J, before I decided to do the commercial on TV and all that. I mean, so dig a hole and bury him. Water cow. Care if he catches him by the tail. If he's there when I get there. Yeah, I get that, Derek. Not a fan of the actual expanded pans, but love still screening pan covers. Yeah, Bones, I've heard of people taking roofing shingles and using them like that. Kind of like the expanded pan. Just cutting the size out and using them. That sucks, Judith and Dan. Got a possum in a tail one time, so I figured that out. He probably felt it. His tail probably went across it, and he probably tried to grab it with his tail. Possums can grab stuff with their tails. That's how they hang from trees with their tail. Alright, I'm gonna go check on that chicken again. We'll be right back. Too many kick out when using the spin bands at through a foot. Are you talking, Billings, are you talking about the cats? Or are you talking about beaver? I appreciate that, internet vet. Yeah, he's definitely one that's definitely doing his work and doing it the right way, that's for sure. Had a raccoon by the back foot. That's interesting. I've heard people catch bears with the dog proof. They'll have the tongue or something in it. I've heard that, or like the bottom lip, because they'll be licking the inside of the trap and it'll go off and catch their lip or something. That would be interesting. Could you imagine going up to your dog proof and having a bear caught in it by the lip? That'd be crazy. Paying attention. Yeah, Derek. You never know. It's one of those things again. If you like using them, use them, man. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, and I don't know how many people have followed Asher Bros, and I haven't checked here lately, but I know he's doing a pretty good giveaway once he gets to 1,000 subscribers. And last time I looked, he had around 950. So it'd be awesome to be able to get him over 1,000. Yeah, they do. Levers were hitting the edge of the pans during canine speed. That sucks, Billings. Yeah, that would definitely be frustrating. Part of Coyote and the DP. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to release it either. 9:36 when you got the link. It's awesome. Hopefully he can get over 1,000 this summer or spring. That'd be cool too. He has a lot of good content, that's for sure. But to get a red fox. Yeah, I know quite a few people that's caught fox and dog proofs. And even house cats. I've never seen somebody catch a house cat in a dog proof, and I've never done it, but I've heard of people catching house cats and dog proofs. Yeah, I got rid of the expanded pants for that reason. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're having problems with them, I would too. Being a chef is one thing you wish you could cook, as it's something you haven't had a chance to. What's something I wish I could cook? Hmm. I don't know. I've always thought it would be cool to cook a hog underground. I always thought that would be cool. Um, how people get a big bed of coals going and then wrap the hog and throw it in the coals and then cover it. I always thought that would be cool to do. And I guess that would fall under the something I wish I knew how to cook because I don't know how to do that either. But I don't know. As far as cooking and recipes and stuff, it's pretty easy for me to figure out a recipe. So whether it's a cookbook, Google, YouTube, whatever, I can usually figure it out pretty quick. You've caught more than one house cat in a DP, yeah. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people. You just pull on the DPs, yeah. You have a dozen expanded pans for TS-85s you'll give someone. Hmm. Alright, boxing, no problem. Uh, I don't know of anybody that has TS-85s that would use them. Cat has a habit of reaching the holes. What's in that? Yeah. The problem with that otter cat is that they don't ever reach into the holes that have my trap. In my whole life, I've trapped 3 bobcats. My biggest one was this last season. Then again, I've only trapped 2 seasons, so and so getting them, but a lot less than push pull. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that don't like the push pull traps because they get a lot of mice. Because the mice will climb in there and set it off. Which, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't mind catching a bunch of mice. Cotton rats for DPs all the time. That's not good. Sardines, yeah, that makes sense. I've heard people say if you use something sweet, you won't catch the cats in there as often. But then again, you'll start catching more skunk. Which I'm okay. I catch most of my skunks in dog proofs. I caught 3 skunks this year, and 2 of them were in dog proofs. Ever heard of a bobcat being caught in a DP? No, because as far as I know, most bobcats, their paws are bigger than the opening of a dog proof. Skunks like beaver meat, yeah. I think everything likes beaver meat. And a lot of things like skunk meat. So is anybody in here besides Billingsley going to be at the FTA in Kansas? Got a jar of skunk fat? Yep, that'll do good in some recipes. When is it? It is, I don't know the exact date, but it is in June. I want to say like the 15th, 16th, somewhere in there. Starting to turn to oil. Yeah, it will. Most fats will. Got it right here. Okay, it is June 16th, 17th, and 18th. Oh, well, Billingsley just put it. Nope, we'll be in Wisconsin. Yes, Slacker. I'm not gonna forget about the chicken. I just checked it not too long ago. The table's at the FTA or Chief Food of the NTA. I gotta fill that out and send it back before too long. The chicken was just about done, but I'm gonna let it continue to cook until it's like, I mean, really falling apart. Some chicken taco salads with lots of jalapenos. Speaking of oil, I'm gonna have to transfer that beaver oil into another pickle jar before I send it to you, Jimmy. Crack glass. Yeah, it happens. I mean, um, I had a quart-sized jar full of beaver tail, and about a third of it had rendered down. We got home one day, and it was laying in the yard, everything gone. And then an animal got to it and got the lid off and ate it. So that was not my happiest moment. It is what it is, I guess. Beaver tail oil is good for a lot of things. You can use it in bait or lure recipes. You can use it by itself. It's great. Billingsley, do you have to have beaver tail? Does it have to be in a clear jar? Because I've heard of people using 5-gallon buckets for it, and I just don't know how that would work. Because I've always heard that you kind of needed to use clear glass. 2-quart pickle jar full of beaver tail, no skin there. I think I have 3 or 4 jars of tails and chunks. That's awesome. Doesn't have to be now. That's something to think about, I guess. I thought it had to be in clear glass so the sun could get to it. Shuck a darn, I guess. You live and you learn. I wanted to get some spoonbill, but everybody I know that goes and fishes spoonbill has the people there flay them or cut them up or whatever for them, so I don't have any scraps that I could get from them or anything like that. Any fat or scraps or anything like that. It is what it is, I reckon. So I'd had that beaver tail oil sitting since like the middle of December. Had like 5 months into it. Small barrel with a spigot, used it in the oil thing. Yeah. So with the having a spigot on it, do you not worry about all the stuff that settles at the bottom getting into it? There's a bait that you use as beaver tail chunks in it. It's actually my favorite bait. Hmm. Don't surprise me. There's a lot of baits that use a lot of things, but most all baits work. The beaver tail oil I did, I cut them up, but I left the skin on it. I just kind of cut everything off the bone and then cut it up in like 2 by 2 chunks, pretty much. A kitchen strainer, yeah. I got some turkey basters that I suck it up with. We don't make or use tail oil. Phillips been I've used a lot. Yeah, you left the bone on. See, I sell tail oil because I have a lot of people that ask for it, but as of now, I don't use it in any of my recipes. It's one of those things when somebody hears of a good idea, the next thing you know, everybody's doing it. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be a good idea, just an idea at all. I mean, somebody came up with a gator oil, and now there's a bunch of people that have gator oils. Now there's somebody with buffalo oil, so before long you're going to start seeing a bunch of people doing buffalo oil. Dixie Cat Delight made by Down South Trappers. It's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. One of those things, I mean, there's so many different baits and lures. I'm sure everything's been used at some point in time. There was a bait maker that lived out west. Uh, that there's some people that think that he used a missing person in some of his. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Dixie Cat and the Clear Cat Cane winners killer for me. That's awesome, Darren. Hey, Set on Sign, how you doing? You having a good day today? Appreciate the like. I'm not saying you can't use it if it doesn't work. Oh, I know it works. It's one of those things. I mean, once somebody started doing something, it just keeps getting recreated, redone. I mean, that's why when I see people arguing about a trap manufacturer making a trap that's like another trap, it's like they've all been redone. Like, why are you arguing about it? I mean, all tools have been redone, all traps have been redone, all baits and lures have been redone. I mean, there's always going to be a first, and then there's always going to be copycats after that. Never used tail oil, but the rest of the beaver's awesome. Uh, I did catch a couple coyotes on beaver tail oil this year because uh, I used it to kind of just, for my own sake, to see how it used, just straight beaver tail oil. And I did catch a couple of my First coyotes on it. I have one called crow's blood. It's cool. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that use crow's blood. Isn't crow's blood? Isn't it in the beads? If I remember right. I'm gonna try this weekend. Gotta wait 2 weeks. That's no good. Ground up roadkill, rabbit, and a squirt of mouse oil start to beat. That's awesome, Justin, man. Bored? Yeah, it happens. PA, yeah, it's one of those things you can look it up on Google and read about it if you want, but uh, I don't talk too much about it. Taking the sacrifice oil. PA, what's sacrifice? Or are you talking about the sack oil? Oil sacks? Is that what you mean? You sell all the oils and musk and all this? Oh, yeah. I do too. I got an arraignment of them. Stupid dogs. Sack oil. It's okay, P. That's kind of what I figured you was talking about. It's like sacrifice oil. Like, what's he talking about? But, hey, Zool, how you doing? Having a pretty good evening? Appreciate you coming on here tonight. How about he's talking about the guy out west for a second? No, scab. Oh, here we go. He always, Scab's always got to go dark. Shut up! That's awesome. It's Monday, so I know Mondays are kind of hectic for some people, great for some, and suck for others. So it's one of those neutral days, I guess you could say. That's awesome, Derek. Uh, go for it. So don't forget, if you're gonna make something, write down everything you put in it. Vietnamese restaurants. Cheap fam, what do you mean by that? You just come out of the blue and say Vietnamese restaurants? You get rain today. No, we haven't got any rain today. We've gotten quite a bit over the last few weeks, but short week this week, heading to Merritt Reservoir fishing, leaving Wednesday. That's awesome. Hope you have fun fishing, man. Sackwell's good stuff. Dark. I hate dark. Get me on my first place. Scab, yeah. Well, I've heard much, much, much worse. I promise you that. But He took a little innocent conversation and went dark. Oh, Jeep fam, a lot of eat dog, man. Islanders, Vietnamese, there's all kinds of Africa. We had some people in our church come from Africa, and he said they ate dog all the time there. He needs to ship his over. Planning to get oil, mice oil, fish oil, give it to oil every day. Sounds good, Derek. It's supposed to be upper 70s this weekend, like 77. Yeah, that's awesome. I know. I think they're calling for a few warmer days today, or this week, but tonight they're talking about freezing weather and frost in the morning. So we'll see. More widely known for it, yeah. GFAM, you said you'll eat anything, so do you eat dog? You eat a little Chihuahua? Dog does not taste good. I've never tried it, but I've heard many people that's even like coyote stuff that says it's horrible. But I mean, if it's one of those things you grew up eating it, I mean, it's just that's what you do, I guess. Bat stew, Jamie. Ozzy Osbourne's been doing it for years. A stray black lab. Why do you have to get so specific with the breed of the dog, Scab? Not enough meat on them to be worth my time. Really? What about like bull mastiff or what is that dog? Like the Beethoven dog? Yeah, beaver meat's great for trapping bait. Scab. Of course you would know that, Scab. Like eating a squirrel, probably. I doubt it, Jamie. Hey, left-handed trigger, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. Hey, Yoda would. GFM, I've heard from many people said Yoda is nasty. Very gamey and not that good. Billingsley, I appreciate you coming on, chatting with us tonight. I appreciate your help earlier today, too. I ain't bringing you no dog. My dog's so annoying. GFam, how do you feel about a rat terrier chihuahua mix? Is my chat way behind? I'm reading them as it pops up. You might have to back out and come back into the video. I know when I'm watching live videos, I usually have to back out and come back in like 2 or 3 times. Your dog already ate today. There ain't nothing wrong with a snack. Coyote hot dogs. See, now that's just disgusting. I mean, that's sick. Jamie, yeah, and no problem, man. It happens. There's all the time I'll be watching somebody's live and I'll be reading comments, and it's like 5 minutes later, the person on the live reads the comment, and I'm like, why are you waiting that long to read them? Then I'm like, oh, I'll back all the way out and then go back in, and I'm good again. My new hot sauce, it's coming along good. Um, I got it bottled up and on the website. I've had quite a few people try it, and they all say it's great. It's not got a ton of heat. I guess a lot of people are expecting like super hot sauce, and I'm like, no. I'll be working on that possibly later on, but this one's more about the flavor than the heat. It still has its heat to it, but it's not one that's, gonna bring tears to your eyes and make you sweat. Check the scroll bar of the video, might be able to catch it up. What's happening? Medium, very good, steaks, please. I'm good. I assume throw the yotes out in the field and let the buzzards and possums eat them up. Let them get full on it. Buffalo style. Uh, I'd be more of like a teriyaki. Teriyaki glaze would be good. I'm gonna go check on the chicken again. It's done, but I'm still gonna go check on it. There's too many things to eat besides coyote. Yeah? Arctic cat, are you talking like a possum? Hey, Freezer Brown, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming on and chatting with us tonight. Hope you're having a great evening. Wife just showed me a huge deep freezer for $50, which I'd win for it. Buy it and bring it to me. Alright, Derek, you have a good night, man. Thanks for coming in and chatting with us tonight. Internet veteran, I ain't making nothing with a coyote. Took daddy's for dinner today since I had to work yesterday. That's awesome. I'm cooking some taco salads tonight. Hoping my wife gets home for too much longer. I was talking to Bucksy, I think. Scam. Buy it and figure out a spot for later. That's what I would do. Need to sign. They said it on this waiver. Yeah. Set on sign. If you buy and bring it to me, I'll give you about $10 for the gas money. Set on sign doesn't work. A lot of the ones I find around here for $50, $75 don't work. I'm like, how do you expect to sell a deep freezer that doesn't work for $50? I've even seen them $100 that don't work. I'm like, I don't know what happened to it. It just quit freezing. I'm like, are you retarded? Why would I want to buy it for $100 from you if it doesn't freeze? I know there's lots of reasons to have one, but I would rather just get a free one because most of the time when they quit, they go out, people just give them one. Ham, mashed potatoes, green beans, stuffing. That's awesome. I definitely like stuffing. But I made some chicken taco salads. Well, I didn't make it. I'm in the process of making it. Chicken's done, but I ain't gonna work on anything else till my wife gets home. But I think she's at her friend's house from church, so might end up like not even eating. Probably just put that in the fridge. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna do stupid stuff for money. Um, I had to step away for a little back now. No problem, Arkansas. Internet better than Ask Jeep Fam. He'd do it for free. Just I'll go back in the chat. Yeah. I don't think there's enough money to do that. Hmm. Everybody's got a price. Article term, no, you have to. Yeah, I would cook it for you for free. Like, I ain't eating it. Hey Seymour, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming on and chatting with us tonight. So I planned on making taco salads, but I guess my wife's gonna stay out tonight, so probably just cook them tomorrow. Just sat down finally. Fun. I've been on here for it's about an hour and 50 minutes. I got this one started a little earlier tonight. Said my last probably 10 lives, it's been like 9:30, 10 before I've even been able to start them. So, but I started this one at let's say what was it about 7:30. I'm not cool enough to get super chats. Neither am I. I'm a ways away. Stupid dog. I appreciate everybody coming in and chatting with us tonight. Anybody got any questions for me about business, trapping, stupid questions? I don't care. Closer than you? Not much. You probably got more watch hours than I do. Scam. Um, Get ready to go to the lake. It's gonna rain, but I'll be at the lake. Yeah. At least you won't be working. I was gonna say, a bad day in the outdoors is better than a Good day at work. Why wouldn't I? Why would I? For one, out of that 25K, I would probably only get about 18K because the rest would go to taxes. Doubt it, honestly, if I did, it's because of my life. Yeah, you have like 6, 7 hour long lives. I've seen you like driving all day long on live, and it's like, good lord. You'll be in the mood today and be cooped up because of the rain. That sucks. Hey Brian, how you doing tonight? Having a pretty good evening? Appreciate you coming in and chatting with us tonight. Already got 19 likes on the video. It's awesome. I appreciate it, guys. I'm doing good. Internet bad. You're. I feel like you're too giving on this scenario. It's like you're just standing there with it right here going, come on, anybody got any money? Because I'll do it. I'll do it. Like if someone just offered, 15 nickels, you'd be like, okay, deal. Longest live is 3 hours. That's it, 3 hours. I've had one almost 4.5. Trapper J had one over 6. Internet vet, yeah. Once that internet vet probably do it for a couple nickels. See more, yeah. See, with what I do, I do what I can abiding to the weather. If it's 100 outside, I'm not really gonna go work out in the shop all day. You know what I mean? I'd do it. No, 25K. Have more watch hours. That was one live. I think right now I have. Was it like 2,260 watch hours or something like that? Like I'm about 60 to 62% of the way there with watch hours and subscribers. That you do for the taste of it. Hey, Jamie could make you a pizza with it on there. They probably shut the Domino's down if you got caught cooking that in there, but you just broke 6,000 watch hours. That's awesome. Can I borrow 2,000? I don't have that. You you need help. You need help. Seymour, I think they were talking about medium rare. Only if it would have pineapple. Yeah. There you go, Jamie. You could add that to your 3 pizza contest. You have 4 pizzas. Pepperoni, mushroom, cheese, and gallo dick. I have 4 pizzas now. I bet you'd get more people interested while watching. Like, is that really what they said it was? Like, Seymour, you're in. Internet Vet must be rich because he's offering everybody 25K to do it. Internet Vet, what are you going to do if we all accept? Do you have 200K to pay 8 people? Arkansas Trapper, you gotta go to the YouTube. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. Uh, it's another app. Like the YouTube creator thing. Actually, it's so wrong. Pass. Roadkill Cafe. Yeah. 2500 to do a shoot and cook video. I don't. I eat regular food. Like hamburgers, steak, regular food. I don't eat organs at all. Just over 500 watch hours. There's GFam, I don't believe that. You've had to have done at least 100 lives. Because that would only be 5 watch hours per live. West Virginia toothpick, Rocky Mountain oysters, oh yeah. GFam, when you go look at it, you have to switch it to lifetime. I eat steak, money bags, yeah. I buy the packet at the store. 2 steaks for $8. You gotta have a chainsaw to ingest it, but good steak either way. Jamie 26, yeah. Look like I'm at 2500. That's awesome. Shout out check. I'd say 500 watch hours don't sound right. I know when you get on there, it's automatically set on the last 30 days. You have to change it to lifetime. I'm gonna mention my watch hours, evil number, views them at 6,000. It's awesome though, Scam. My channel's like a step below mediocre. If that's a thing. Channel views are 50,000. Yeah, that's good, Arkansas Trapper. So I started mine. I didn't really start mine until November, and I'm at like 20, between 22 and 2300. Do the grass skirt, it'll boost you up. That dog is annoying. But I mean, like I've said, I'm not doing this to try to get money to get monetized and have a bunch of money. A little help would be awesome because uh, uh, this is like the trap supply business is my full time job. So I mean, this is yeah. If this don't work, I don't work. You know what I mean? Not done much on my channel lately, but hope to get it going soon. Start my life. So that's awesome, Seymour. And monetization, it says 547 public watch hours. Yeah. So I know there's like 10 or 15 different settings for it. for like lifetime, 30 day, 2 months, 3 months, a week. Uh, I don't know. Yeah. My big thing when I started my YouTube was to try to get my business name out as much as possible. So like I want to build my channel up because that means I'm getting my name out more. But I'm not trying to use YouTube to make a bunch of money, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like I am, but I'm not, if that makes any sense. I don't even know. We all friends here, right? Seymour, yeah, I'd like to think we are. I mean Scab, that might be another story, but I'm just kidding. Scab's an island boy. We gotta love Scab. Hmm. That's crazy, Jeep fam. Uh, See, I have a separate app on my phone that's just for, it's like the YouTube something, I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do want to be, like, I'd like to be monetized, it'd be awesome, but like, that wasn't my main goal when I started, you know? To have 500 subscribers is, to me, awesome. You know, honestly, I didn't think I would ever get that many. Your name's Corky. Don't listen to him. It's because I'm special and he knows it. I'm just happy. Hey, my name's Jamie, and I get called Jeremy. I get called James. I get called Jaime. I get called all kinds of things. You never know, G fam. All it takes is for one video to take off, and you can get 1,000 subscribers overnight. I mean, it's crazy how social media works. It's like I was watching a Joe Rogan clip of a podcast with Dr. Phil. And he's talking about that stupid girl, the Catch Me Outside girl. Talking about how, like, her family had no money, no nothing, no whatever. And she did the show with him and stuff. And that catchphrase, Catch Me Outside, turned into a meme. Well, just the meme getting shared around made her famous to where now she has record deals. She got nominated for a platinum record. She's made millions of dollars off albums and stuff. Uh, he said that Joe Rogan said that she got a $1 million deal with a makeup company. So, I mean, she went from somebody that literally didn't have a dollar to a millionaire over one little, you know, 3 word saying she said that turned into a meme. And she went from broke and poor to a millionaire just because of that meme. So, I mean, you never know. That's the way the internet works. I mean, that's why they say wake up internet famous. Because you go to bed and then you wake up and basically famous. Like my TikTok videos. I don't know how many times I'd have like 100 views on a TikTok video. I'd go to bed when I'd wake up, it'd have 14,000 views on it. It's like, what in the world? It's like, what happened while I was sleeping? Appreciate that, Articat. Yeah, I watch a lot of everybody's videos. When I'm doing computer work or making wars and stuff, I just let my phone play. Jamie. Shorts up my channel a lot, yeah. I've gotten a lot of views with shorts, but that's about it. I mean, I don't really get any, uh, don't give me any watch hours or subscribers or anything like that. Just get views. Hey, Ducks and Bucks, how you doing tonight? Suppose you got dropped on your head as a baby. Probably. Cover them faces, yeah. Hey Justin, how you doing tonight? Justin and Jen. Yeah, around 600 views, trying to get a stack, I think, or out a month. Yeah, that's how it was. I put up on my YouTube. I put up 2 shorts of me sticking my hands in traps, and they both had like 30 views. And I woke up the next day, and they both had over 3,000 views. And it's like, what in the world? Stop giving away my secrets. Yeah. Finish cleaning up fish. That's awesome. Yeah. So everybody likes to watch others struggle. That's for sure. Yeah, I get that, Seymour. I don't know. The algorithm for social media is crazy. It's just crazy, and it's usually stupid, useless, nonsense stuff that makes people famous. And there's lots of money on YouTube and stuff for people to make, and it's usually just stupid stuff that. It's usually stupid, very disrespectful stuff that people make a lot of money on doing videos. Like all the people that go to Walmart and throw basketballs at people or hit them with stuff. They post these videos and make tons of money off of it. It's like, how was that funny? You definitely ain't coming to my hometown and going into a Walmart and hitting somebody with a basketball. I can tell you that. Because you won't be walking out of that store. You'll be leaving on a gurney of some sort. Getting stuck in the path of the tornado forever. That's no good. Yeah, I get that, Seymour. So a lot of my videos are like how-to videos, learning videos. I try to just share as much knowledge as I have. And I'm still, a new guy to this compared to many, many, many people. So I try to do my best. Arkansas trap. Had added a lot of your words. Yeah, yeah. I don't even know how people do that. Like on YouTube, you can pay for a trial or something. I don't even know what it is, and download people's videos to where you can post them. So it's crazy. Like the people that, make tens of millions of dollars. They'll take like 30, 45-second clips from different people, push them together into one, and post it, and they'll make millions of dollars off that video. Yeah, just copy and paste content. Another thing is like if you're watching a channel, it doesn't matter if it's Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is. If you see somebody that does a video or something that does really well, really really well, they try to recreate that video over and over and over, and it just gets annoying. Or they'll see somebody else that does a video that does really well, and they'll try to recreate the same video, and it's like, why? Like back in the day, like if comedians did that, they'd kill each other. They'd get in fights over that. But now it's like, who cares? Yeah. Oh yeah. There's Facebook pages and stuff where it's literally just people post 20 memes a day, and they'll have 2, 3, 400 million people in the group or whatever, and it's like, are you serious? Like, what in the world? All right, Ducks and Bucks. I appreciate you stopping on and chatting with us tonight. You have a good night, man. A guy I watch called Street Tips has to have his name all over everything. Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's one thing that's good about TikTok. If you take a video off TikTok, it puts the original creator's TikTok name on the video, and there's really no way to get it off. Isn't liked in the comedy scene for stealing jokes. He still isn't liked in the comedy scene for stealing jokes. He's been confronted on stage for it. So I don't know. Yeah, I was just saying, I don't guess my wife's coming home tonight. Uh, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, Otter Cat. You have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in and chatting with us tonight. Got some of the other managers in the company now posting pizza making videos trying to beat my time. Jamie. That's just what people are. So I tell everybody, like, the monthly box, the monthly subscription box that I do. Everybody tells me it's a great idea, and it's gonna become a big thing and this and that, and I'm like, it won't for me, because it'd be one of those things that some bigger company is gonna start doing it and kind of take over. And I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure one of these days F&T or somebody like that's gonna come up with something like that. So I ain't worried about it. It is what it is. Yeah, I get it, Jamie. Scam. You mean this video? Like, I don't know. That's just the way the world is anymore. Everybody's out to make the quick buck, and stealing ideas is one of the main ways people do it. Like I said, it's just like people recreating stuff, items, vehicles, phones, whatever. So yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, I grab bags. Yeah, we still have a few stores right here that do it. Thieves and degenerates should never be rewarded. It is what it is. I mean, it's not. They're not. It's not really a thief. I mean, like I said, you could say the same thing about you know Dodge, Chevy, Toyota, Nissan, I mean, anything. E- There's always only one creation of anything, or an idea, or an invention, and then the rest are remakes, or somebody made just a little bit of a tweak to it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you look at the cell phone. You know, there was the cell phone company, and the guy, I don't even know who it was, created the cell phone. Well, now there's what, 100 different cell phone providers probably. So, all right, Brian, I appreciate it. You have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in and chatting with us. But that's what a lot of people want to say about Duke. Everybody hates Duke because they made a 550. They recreated the MB 550, and I'm like, every trap that's made nowadays is a recreation of another trap. I mean, whether you like it or not, it is. Ninja yeah. They get lead at hints, yeah. Alright, Seymour, you're good, man. Thanks for stopping in and chatting with us tonight. Hope you have a good night, man. Yeah. Well said, I mean, people like to argue and fight, and that's just human nature anymore, I guess. Everybody's got to act like they know more than the next guy. Yeah. But I mean, like, if you look at TV shows, that's what a lot of TV shows are. They take videos off the internet. There's a lot of TV shows that just take clips and stuff off the internet and post them on the TV show and make hundreds of millions of dollars off of it. But, you know, also there's, when you do that, you take somebody else's, say, video or something and you repost it. A lot of the times, the original creator from it can become very, very, very successful because somebody did that. I mean, it's happened to many people. Yeah, ridiculousness, yeah. Yeah, Tosh Point oh. Yeah, there's a lot of those shows that are like that. Alright, Asher, you heading out? I appreciate you coming in and chatting with us tonight. Hope you have a good night, man. Cheers and Dan, that's awesome. So there's a lot of, like, say, country singers. There's country singers that if somebody wouldn't have stole their song and sang it, they wouldn't have become famous, you know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't have been as successful as they are without somebody doing that, so. It's got its good and its bad things about it. The biggest problem with people taking an idea or something like that is they usually steal the idea, redo it for profit, but they don't have the like heart and soul into it that the original person did. So they'll kind of, halfway do it and it will not go that well. I've seen that happen a lot of times, but there's been a lot of times where people had their stuff stolen and ended up being very successful because of the person that took it or stole it or whatever. All right, Arkansas Trapper. I appreciate you coming on and chatting with us tonight. Hope you have a good night, man. Want Nate to make himself a trapper. It's awesome. All right, set on sign. I appreciate you coming on here tonight. Hope you have a good night, man. Hope you have a good week. Sleep well. Another thing is like if when people steal an idea or something, I think they should at least give the person they get it from uh, credit for it. You know what I mean? It's making 50 of them for you now. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm still alive. I've been going for 2 hours and 23 minutes. I was waiting for my wife to get home so we could eat, but she's at her friend's house, I guess, so she probably ain't gonna come home till late. My daughter will probably come home throwing a fit because she's tired, so it is what it is, I guess. Who cares? Yeah, and that's what I tell everybody with the subscription box. I tell them, I said, yeah, it's a great idea that I had, and I know it will be successful, but I know it's just a matter of time before another trapping company starts doing it. So, and it don't really bother me. I mean, it is what it is. Um, it's not as easy as a lot of people think it would be. I can tell you, I can promise you that right now. Scab, whole corner, whole corner with failed trapping inventions. That's awesome. Nate, very good since he works for. Yeah. Like I said, it don't really matter to me. I think it'd be cool if someone did take the idea and make a big thing out of it because I'm just a small fry in a big world. So I mean, it'd be cool to see an idea that I had get big, even if it's not me that does it. I mean, it don't bother me at all. Like I said, I'm not here to try to become a big guy or get famous or rich. It don't bother me. All I want to do is be able to make a living, support my family. That's all I care about. Just a trapper boy trying to make it. Yeah, everyone needs to start somewhere. Oh, I know. That's what I say. I mean, I'm not. My big thing about it is I'm not here trying to become the next big company. I'm just enjoying what I get to do and hope to make a living in the process. That's awesome, Judith and Dan. Be on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Awesome boxing. But I don't know. Some people take it too seriously, I think. I don't know, but I think a lot of people get too caught up on money and fame. Boxing, yeah, I know it's Deer Slayers. So, has anybody watched Trapping Across America TV on the Pursuit Channel this year? Have they seen my commercial on TV? I don't have satellite TV, so Jason, damn, that sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I watch them on YouTube, but on YouTube it doesn't show the commercial. Yeah, so I watch it on YouTube. So I don't have satellite TV, and I don't really want to buy satellite TV just to watch that. You know what I mean? I don't watch enough TV to pay $80 to $100 a month for something. We have Netflix, and we watch it quite a bit when we want to watch TV, but if it keeps going up, we're probably gonna quit watching it. The new season, it should be. It's aired three episodes. It plays sometime in Sunday mornings. I don't exactly know what time. I know it's Sunday. It airs on Sunday. But they've had 3 episodes on there now. Try 218 a month. Well, then you definitely got the wrong TV. PCS Outdoors already had a purchase order ready to go, then still pressed open. Yeah. That sucks, Jason Dan. I had somebody ask me if I was going to have my baits and lures available through any other trapping supply company. I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know what the rerun times are for the show. I know the first airing is on Sundays. Stupid dog. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here tonight. In the shop that says there, bait course. That's awesome. Yeah, no problem. I think I'm gonna go ahead and head off here too. Jamie, there's a few like brick and mortar stores that sell my Bates and Lures, but um, they were asking me like if F&T or Minnesota or somebody like that was going to carry it, and that's like I don't know if I want to get through all that. I have to. I got to build my name up before I do any of that. So see if the copycats give me a fleshy meat idea. Don't tell them scam. If it's a good idea, a lot of people will do it. I appreciate that, Boxy. You too. So I appreciate everybody getting on here and chatting with me tonight. I appreciate it. Hope you all have a great week. Catch you guys on the next one.